And we can just dance the night away until we can no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
Yep, okay, cool. Sorry, I was making sure. I'm recording this morning, so I wasn't sure if it was going to start immediately. We're over here and we're going to kill some of the Fire Legion if I can find some. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Fire Legion here. I need to kill like 20 more? Which is a little surprising to me that I've killed 30 already. Like 31 of them or something. I'm a little surprised because I don't remember going out and fighting the Fire Legion anytime soon. But, whatever. The Flame Legion or whatever it is. Anyways, we're gonna do some weeklies. I am gonna probably end up trying to make a video at some point covering fractals and stuff. I keep putting it off because as I'm trying to like figure it out, like what I want to say, I keep getting like sideswiped or sidetracked, you know. I gotta try and find a way to like sum it up much nicer than how I've been doing it. All right, but I figured this morning I'll just do random. I thought about doing world bosses since there's a world event going on, but I was also kind of like, I don't know. I really need to go kill Jormag, but he's not on the lineup for another few hours. He's a weekly as well, so I'm probably gonna do kill the Legions members for the weekly, and then I'm gonna go and head to what do they call it? The I hate that fire. What? Where'd he go? Where the fuck? Why? Oh, wait, why did he go down there? That doesn't make sense. Like, I know my deer, like, knocked him down, but, like, or, like, knocked him over, but he didn't, like, knock him off on the floor, right? He didn't, like, run away, did he? That's a little weird. Anywho. I'm not complaining. There you go. What? Yeah, he is moving around. He does teleport. Okay. I'm okay with the teleporting if it's, you know, not me just losing my mind. I don't have my trap up. I can't really deal with these guys. The water's about to be up. There we go. Stick those down so that they can run through that. There we go. So odd. There we go. Got it. Okay, did I get the weekly for that? Yeah, I thought he was like, I thought it was just me, but I think he was teleporting around, so I'm like, oh, okay, so this is crazy. So I'm trying to get some of these weeklies done just for the extra points. There's like the Shiver Peak ones I want to do. Like I said, there's this one where it's like claw, you know, do the Claw of Jormag, and then there's also like ones where you just do events. I don't like doing events in Frostforge Sound if I can help it. It's really boring to me. It's not the, it's just the region thing. And then there's also special things about doing renew hearts and stuff in the new map. And I have a ton of hearts to work with, so I'm gonna go use them. Oh, yummy. But yeah, so I thought about making a video about fractals and stuff, and then I just couldn't get it to, I kept backtracking on myself, and it just didn't come out very good. And I want to try and make it as short as possible. My goal is to try and make shorts of it to kind of give people bite-sized information on it, because fractals isn't complicated. But it's hard for my brain, who's overcomplicates everything, to simplify things. But yeah, so I'm going to try and make some shorts, I think, this weekend to try and do Guild Wars 2 stuff where I give tutorials on rundowns on, like, the new, like, fractals and raid stuff. Like, the strikes specifically. Because I'm still working on learning wing raids. There's only one raid wing that I've actually gotten through, like, recently, which is wing 1. I'm really excited about it. I really like it. It's fun.
Your concoctions over Pax's. That'll remain our little secret. Silence.
See, look how many hearts I have.
Sit.
I know it says I have gear. Okay, it says I have gear that I haven't identified yet, or haven't a set. Here's the thing. So, I have done a few raids with people, like quick raids, and gotten gear, right? I got a staff a while back, about like last month, and I got a greatsword recently by doing the Veil Guardian wing, alright? I was like, cool, that's great. I was like, but I don't use greatsword ever. Like, not even a little anymore. I used to do greatsword longbow when I had Core Ranger and I didn't have the expansions and stuff. That was my starting out build that actually worked. It was Berserker Soul build, a Berserker Core Ranger, right? And I remember that, right? That was the way I got around for a long time. I don't use greatsword anymore with my Ranger. I just don't like it as much. I like axe and longbow way better than I like that. Are they doing a... Oh, they're fighting them. I guess I can help. But I like it way better. And that kind of thing. And when I was... You know, I was looking, I was like, what is going on with this? So I proceeded to look up some more information on my builds. I was updating my Soul Beast builds, and I updated all of my builds to the current one, except the only difference between my Soul Beast one, DPS-wise, versus Snow Crows is that I didn't change my secondary weapon out. I didn't change my weapons out. I'm still using hammer, and I'm still using longbow. Reason is, I love having the CC power that the Ranger has. Love it. But also, a longbow is my favorite thing, and it's a staple that I won't remove. You know, I won't remove the staple that it is. Is this only for this area? Yeah. I have a lot.
Who gets a say in how their island runs. It's bothersome.
Okay, so is it just the heart missions? I have a lot of those to get rid of. What? Oh, I was like, okay. Okay, yeah. So it's those missions. I don't know if I have enough hearts to go do the other map, because I avoid this map like the plague. Like the plague, okay? I don't come here. This is no man's land. But we'll see. I was about to say, but anyways, I updated most of my builds, and while I was updating it, I was excited to see about Ranger or Soul Beast hand kiting as like on Snow Crow's build. I was like, okay, surely it can't be like that, you know, big of a deal. Surely I don't have like the gear for it. What the fuck? I not only have the gear for it, the weapons that it dropped are the ones that I use or that I got from those raids and stuff. So like, it's weird because I was expecting a hand kite to have, I don't know, a lot of like DPS, but no, it's basically a healer with a little bit of attack. So it's basically my druid with a little bit of oomph to it. That's it. But it uses greatsword and like the staff. I was like, that is such a weird combo. Cause like I always think of greatsword as being combative, like a combat weapon, and then staff being like a healing weapon or a Condi thing for like at least my class that I main. It's weird. So I don't know how to like feel about it. Let me see here. Like it's cool, but it's also like kind of unnerves me just a little bit. I really wish I had... Okay, here's the thing. I have all these hearts from these other, like, areas. I wish I could trade those hearts for these maps hearts, because I hate doing this map. I mean, it's probably going to be, like, hot, where it starts off, like, being horrible, like, not being fun to do, and then eventually it'll be fun. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like the thing that makes these maps horrible is how new they are to you at first, and then when you get used to them, it isn't a big deal. You know? Okay, do that. I don't know what that noise is. Did they add that noise? I'm not complaining. I just thought it was weird. Also, speaking of that, I need to check. I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything added chapter-wise here while we were here. Does it say anything else that I need to do? Can I, like, do events, or is it just that? Yeah, it just says the, complete hearts in that. So, man, I'm one heart away from having this done. I mean, I can wait for reset tonight, so it's not a big deal. But, you know. Anyways, but, like, I was messing with it. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So, the two weapons that drop is essentially... I swear, I told people in map chat and guild chat, I think quick raids are trying to bully me into being a hand guy for wing raids. I'm like, I think it's being mean to me. What's this? Collect 1 mini crab, sub crab, and dancing crab. I think those are from the hearts. I also... Okay, hold on. I think those are from the hearts that are on the first map.
There are many who do not understand what we do. They think if we hunt here, we must be no better than the inquest.
Wait, there's a back review?
But to hunt a fearsome predator,
Oh.
fully grown, and to bring it down quickly. This does no dishonor to it. And we shepherd and protect the young.
Oh, that's cool. That's
so that
spear.
the
That's awesome.
population will continue to grow. We are nothing like them.
Okay, whatever you say, my man. That's like I'm not buying that at all. Anyways, but I was like, are you serious? I did get to kite for wing 1 as a healer, and I actually liked doing that kiting, but I really do kind of want to try and do another wing of Veil again, Guardian, and I want to see if I can be Bomber. Because I really need to do the bomb mechanics so I have a better understanding of how it works if I'm going to train it. Like, I can train the upper guardians, like the catwalk up to the pie. I can do ghosts because they're not hard. The tentacle boss might be a little bit kind of dodgy, but I know how to do it, at least as far as me as doing it. So I just have to do it a few more times and get a practice in, and it's fine. All right? But, like when it comes to, like the last 2 bosses, I really feel like I need to do bombs, and I need to do, I just kind of needed to practice fighting Mr. Tentacle Man. I found out that you're not supposed to CC him all the way through, because I watched, sorry, I'm looking around to see what they have menu-wise. I found out through Mutluck's videos. I was watching his videos on the matter to get more information on it, and he was saying that the idea is to like to kind of ease off on CC a little. Well, I got the impression he didn't say the quote word for quote, so I won't like put words in his mouth, but it makes it seem like you shouldn't try and push you should push CC until there's like so much health left or so much room left on the CC bar. And then you do as much damage as you can, and then when you guys are taking too much damage, then you're supposed to burn it. You know, then you do CC. If you can do enough damage to him to get him down to like 66%, then you can skip a phase. I ended up doing a group, and I hung off my like CC a little bit, and I helped them do a damage to him, and we got him down to 70% before we broke his bar, and then we were able to finish him off and get him to 66 before he phased. So there's a little bit of grace there, it looked like. Yeah, see, he's got one. I don't really want to buy this. It's cute, but I don't want to buy it. Because I don't have a lot of... These map currencies are okay, but I don't know. I love the fact that they're doing the Dancing Crab one, but I'm also like, do we really have to do the Dancing Crab one? This guy. This guy is the one I was talking about. The one who's an ass. He's a really cool design, though. But he's terrifying. But I'm sitting here like, do I really want to do that as a special for 75 points? That's 5 gold and a crap ton of karma and currency that I don't come and get a lot. Oh, well, I only need 1. Sorry. Okay. Okay, if I only need 1. That changes things. Okay, if I only need 1, we'll do that. Because I like the mini crab one. I like this one. I just didn't want to spend and buy, spend about, what, 150 for that? Okay, I could do that. Because the little one, he's cute. I won't lie, he's adorable. Alright. I don't, actually, the funny thing is, I have minis, but I don't ever put them on. Because I lag so much, and I never even get to see the minis, so I don't see the point. And some of them are kind of weird to me, too. Skin unlocked. I've been going down the list. I swear some of these are just weirdly ranked. I don't know why I don't have that. Dagger. Alright, whatever. Maybe I bet you anything. Yeah, okay. So, I've been trying to unlock those skins. Do I have a reason for it? No. I'm just kind of doing it. Alright, so I'm going to do some Shiver Peak events. I do need to go farm a tree somewhere. I need to do some trees, and there's also going to the Jantha region. So like I said, we're just kind of doing a daily routine while I gab a little bit. And like I said, I need to start doing some nicer videos on Guild Wars 2 at the, on the weekends. I want to do some shorts of Guild Wars 2 because it is a free game for the most part. And granted, some things I'm doing are not free because they're expansion bits and things. But some of the stuff really doesn't take 30 years to explain, and I have such a bad habit of droning on and on because I do better with a lot of information than not enough information as a person. Because I tend to do I have a hard time learning things. This causes me to have a situation where I overcomplicate things. And I've said this before, and I don't mean this in a malicious way, but being a female does not help with that. Because I swear because here's the thing, this is not a negative thing about women in general, mind you, but women articulate a lot, and it's because we have really like detailed, personalities. We're constantly looking for all of the possible good things and pros and cons to a situation. We are very good planners, or at the very least, we have a lot on our mind depending on the individual. Because I don't think I'm a good planner personally, but we have a lot on our mind, and that's really great because it means that we have constant generations of ideas and flows, and we have everyone's best interest in heart. But it also does mean that I feel like women have a harder time getting overwhelmed, and that's coming from me getting overwhelmed constantly. I envy the women who are not the norm, who are able to contain themselves, the CEOs of life. That's what I like to call them. My sister's like that. She is so good at planning things and getting it all lined out. I envy her brains so much. But like, that's the thing. I feel like that me being a woman and having ADHD does not help. It makes it so much worse because I overcomplicate things way worse. But like I said, not all women are like me. There's plenty of beautiful women out there who are super focused, super contained. I'm basically just a leaking jar of honey all the time. My thoughts feel like that. If I have to put them into perception, they feel like jam that just, or even like I said, honey sticky, like falling out of a jar. They're very thick. They're very like sticky. They taste sweet, but they're also like a lot of like stuff. Because I like my imagination. I like I'm actually gonna teleport up here so I don't have to fly up this waterfall. It's a pain. I like that I have a good imagination for the most part. But I also really wish that I had better organization skills and motivation skills to put those thoughts to use, because I feel like if I could do that, I would be in a way better position in general. Like, it's one thing to have ideas. It sucks when you can't make those ideas happen, But that's on me. I really just need to work harder on it. It's a character flaw that it's my problem to deal with kind of thing. And it's not an unfixable thing, too. So that's at least a good thing, a nice little positive bit to that, is that trying to learn how to manage your like procrastination and exhausting method isn't as like impossible. Difficult, sure. Possible? No. I've been also doing that too. Anytime I get like too doubtful or too upset about something, I try to reinforce it by telling myself it's okay to have character flaws, and it's okay to not be the greatest at everything, but I do still have to remind myself that I have to put the work in, because I have a habit of babying myself too much. I told my husband this too. I have a habit of babying myself too much, and sometimes I just need to suck it up and do it. It's part of the reason why I started trying to do the raids and stuff too, was like in Guild Wars 2 specifically. I wanted to do it. I crave the challenge. But I'm so terrified of fucking it up because, let's be real, I mess things up sometimes. That I was afraid to do so. And the only reason I got into strikes was because our guild was training them and stuff. But the only reason I forced myself to do strikes in general was because I wanted the loot so bad. And my guild wasn't online at the time, and the trainers were all the time. So I just forced myself to do it by trial by fire. I mean, I went into the training ones, so I didn't, like, jump into experienced ones. No false advertisement on my part kind of thing. But, I did that, and I learned the mechanics and stuff that way. So, like, I'm just trying to convince myself to do that with raids as well, because you'll never learn if you never do it, right? But it's one of those things that's like I have to remind myself to constantly push past my comforts without being too harsh on myself. Because let's be real, if you're too harsh on yourself, you're never going to succeed because you're going to push yourself to your breaking point, and then it's never going to work. I used to do it when I was a teenager a lot. I used to push myself to the point where I'd be in tears, and then I would quit in frustration because I couldn't bear it. Because failure hurts. No matter what it is. You could do anything. You could be having the greatest, like, week, and then one day on the weekend, you just have this day where you can't pour sewer right, you know? I always hated that, because my dad would, I was doing something, and I had been having a really bad week. Like, I just couldn't do anything right. Like, that whole stereotype of you can't do anything right, that I swear that was my lifetime. I was trying to pour a cereal, and I spilled milk everywhere and broke a bowl. I broke down, like, tearing up and crying in the kitchen. I woke my dad up. I don't think he wasn't upset, because I didn't even hear him walk in. But he saw me just crying over this bowl and this, like, cereal and stuff. He goes, "Are you okay? Like, do you need something?" Like, because my mom wasn't home. I think she'd walked out to get some groceries with my sisters and stuff. So I thought I was home alone. And I was sitting here crying and having a moment. My dad's like, "Are you okay? Do you need, like, something?" And all I did was walk up to him, and I just put my head in his chest, and I cried more. I was so upset. And my dad just kind of patted me on the back because he didn't know what to do. He's like, there. Like, it wasn't that my dad isn't good at comforting. It's the fact that he just wasn't prepared for it. He was expecting me to, like, normally I will explain myself. And I'll kind of go through, like, my mindset of, like, why I'm messing up and stuff. But I just kind of broke down and was just like, "Dad, I just broke you." So maybe I should go do events in here because it's in the Shiver Peaks and it does count towards the other thing. Since I won't be able to get Jormad's Claw this time around. But anyways, my dad's like, normally, like, I will communicate things even through tears. So it was the first time my dad had, like, seen me, like, break down to the point where I'm just, like, a sobbing child. I'm his teenage daughter, mind you, at this point. I'm not a toddler or, like, a little kid. So my dad's just like, there. Are you okay? You need a little more crying? So I told him about how my day was just so shit and how I was just hating it all. And my dad just nods and he goes, "That happens sometimes." He goes, you gotta get up and pull yourself by your britches and just call it, and it's fine. And I'm like, "I have to try," and just lose my mind. And Dad's like, "It's okay." He's like, "It's the weekend. You've done your homework. You don't have to do anything. Just sit here, watch your cartoons." Because I was watching, like, Sonic. I was a teenager still watching Sonic. Okay, I don't care. I was not ashamed of it. Still not ashamed of it. He's like, "Yeah, just sit down. Here's a bowl of cereal." He went and grabbed me some, and he was just like, "Sit down." Like, he was trying to defuse a bomb. Like, he's like, "How do we calm her down?" It was enough. It did calm me down. It was really funny. So, thinking about my, like, meltdowns when I'm too hard on myself for little things, it just makes me think of those times where my dad's just like, "Do I need to be scared? Do you need something?" How do I make the crying stop? Oh, goodness. I remember that. It was so funny. This Quaggan this iceberg Quaggan is so, like, tanky. I mean, we're making good progress on him. My poor little deer. I was actually having a hard time in core yesterday because I was running around. And I was like, why can't I do anything? Oh, wait, that's why. I'm running around as a soul beast. And I run better in core when I'm just letting my pet be the tank. Like how he's right now, where he's like tanking everything. I was like, I forgot that like core doesn't run like that. Or at least I don't run like that. I've seen people run around soul beasts and not have that issue, but I don't. I have a harder time getting like through it, if that makes sense. I have an easier time doing it the way I think it's because I've done it for so long that way. I played core ranger for so long that I'm so used to doing bait, like baiting my pet during core. Like I think that's what it is. It's just an old habit. Oh, we got the ice brew over here to deal with. After I get this done, I'll see our time. Make sure I'm gonna go with. Is there other people here? It doesn't look like it. We might be able to manage. But yeah. Also, I realized that another thing is off topic, a little on topic with my ranger. I'm actually gonna go back to doing quick DPS for my oh, there is someone here. I was wondering why there was so much like enemies throwing fire over here. I was very confused as to why it was doing that, but I couldn't see it a player. I think they were just there. But the what was I gonna say? My Glade Shot is a quick DPS, and I think I'm gonna start doing the quick DPS. Keep it that way instead of doing the other one, because I was wanting to do basic DPS because it healed more. But now I'm thinking that it's better that I do. We're gonna wait until he gets ice brewed. There we go. Or not ice brewed. He's not no longer running into place. Good. They got done around that time frame. We can go over here and beat this one up. I wonder if this counts as 3 events. Okay, now we're gonna have to deal with all 3 of them. This is where they get more troublesome. But yeah, my Glade Shot was originally, I was just gonna do the DPS, but I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and do a, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna do a quick DPS because it turns out the quick DPS is really useful during certain fractals, and it's super useful during certain raids. And my ranger doesn't have many options for quick DPS. I think there's a healer untamed quickness, which I plan to do. So that's great, but quick DPS is really good for certain things. So it's probably one of the main ones I'll be doing for sure. Okay, we got that one. I don't know why there's a Goliath and all that, but okay. That player is tanking it out. Amazing work. He turned invisible. I love that. Sorry, I love that he turned invisible right after the fight was over, because then they immediately rushed me like, wait, I don't see the enemy. There it is. That's totally the, like, Mesmer. I think that was the Mesmer. If not Mesmer, it's Necromancer. That's totally the Mesmer that we were attacking. But yeah, so what I'm thinking about doing is that I'm thinking about, what is this? Red flag. What's red flag for? Oh. Okay, I was like, what is that? I've not seen the flag move. I've seen it be standing still, but never see it move. Or if I did, I don't remember. Anyways, but I decided that I'm going to go ahead and keep the quick DPS because it's very convenient, and then I have a quick DPS and a quick heal that way. So that might be a very good way of managing, if that makes sense. Man, the baby drakes look so gross. They look squishy. Like, you know how, like, naked mole rats look when they're, like, babies? That's what they look like. They look like little naked mole rats. I am not a fan. Let me back up a little bit. I want to switch bows. There we go. Like I said, they look like a little. They look naked. It's probably just that their scales aren't as thick, you know, like with age kind of thing. They're probably trying to make them look cute, but I don't think they look cute. Like I said, they just look kind of. They look kind of weird. Look at that face. They're all squishy. I'm not a fan. I don't think we'll have enough to lower it, but it seems to be doing something. I'm healing mostly so my pet heals a little bit more. Just a little longer to hold it in before I have to swap. Also, the pets changed. I think I mentioned this before. It's weird to me that Pig is now a DPS build. Or a DPS pet. It's cool, but it's kind of weird. I still keep my my Gazelle in because I like the Gazelle's CC power. It's kind of my favorite thing about it. That Pig is tanking that. It is eating damage. I mean, I think the other one also stayed in there pretty long. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. How many of those do I need now? Yeah. Okay, so we're doing pretty good on those. Taking a little bit, but we're doing it. Alright, so I'm gonna swatch out videos real quick.
And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget